What if I told you a South African war general figured out how the universe actually works 100 years before Silicon Valley made systems thinking cool? This is the story of Jan Smuts, the man who saw the pattern in everything before we even had a word for it. He called it Holism. And once you understand it, you'll never see the world the same way again. It is a philosophy, the seeds of which took root as a young boy growing up on his father's farm in the Western Cape, and it would be one that would end up shaping his worldview and influence many of his decisions in life. He describes it as a spiritual union with nature.
Having no human companion, I felt a spirit of comradeship with the objects of nature around me. In my childish way, I communed with these as with my own soul.
Picture this. It's the year 1926. While everyone else is partying through the roaring 20s, Smuts has served his first term as a South African prime minister, who also happens to be a decorated war general, drops a book that basically says, hey, science has it all wrong. The universe isn't a machine, it's alive. He goes on to become a global icon who helps to write the UN Charter, fights in 2 world wars, and invents the word holism. Let me break this down in the simplest way possible. You know how 1 + 1 = 2? Well, Smuts said in real life, 1 + 1 = 3. 2 people meet. They form a relationship. That relationship creates something that didn't exist before. Love, conflict, children, stories. The whole becomes bigger than just 2 individuals. Think about it. A bunch of neurons? That's just cells. But together, that's your consciousness. Some musicians? Just people with instruments? But together, that's the Beatles. Random internet users? Just people typing. But connected? That's Reddit solving crimes. It's like trying to understand why a song makes you cry by analyzing the sound waves. You miss the whole point. Smuts wasn't just philosophizing. He was trying to solve a scientific problem. How does dead matter become life? As compost feeds the soil feeds the plants feed animals that provide protein for humans. How does life become consciousness? How do individuals become societies? His answer? There's a creative force in the universe that makes wholes from parts, from atoms to organisms, from minds to nations. The universe, he argued, evolves through integration, creativity, and interconnection. And at the very peak of this evolutionary process, not the state, not the empire, but the individual personality, free, moral, and whole. And here's the kicker: you can't understand the whole by taking it apart. Einstein said that Smuts' philosophy of holism would be one of the most influential schools of thought in the 20th century. Even Freud's colleague, Alfred Adler, was so impressed he personally got the book translated to German. He wrote to Smuts, "Your ideas could transform psychology." Now, here's where it gets wild. 1938, Nazi Germany. They're burning books left and right. But why would they care about some philosophy book from South Africa? Because Smuts' idea was dangerous to dictators. The Nazis believed the state was everything. Individuals, just cogs in the machine. But Smuts said the opposite. A truly holistic society should serve and promote the freedom of the individual, rather than viewing the individual as a mere means to an end for the collective. He believed that happiness is freedom, and freedom is courage. That it is the fundamental equation of all politics and all human government, and any system which ignores it is built on sand. The Nazis took one look and said, "Nope, a philosophy that celebrates individual freedom and global interconnection? That's the last thing a fascist regime wants people reading." Sound familiar? Even today, authoritarian regimes hate the idea that individuals connected together are more powerful than the state. Here's the thing, Smuts' idea is everywhere now. We just don't realize it. Climate scientists use holistic thinking. You can't fix global warming by looking at one country. The pandemic showed us we're all connected. A virus in one city affects the entire planet. AI researchers are literally building artificial wholes that think in ways their parts never could. Social media prove that connected individuals can topple governments, create movements, and change culture overnight. Even therapy has gone holistic, treating the whole person, not just symptoms. Smuts saw all this coming in 1926. He wrote, "The universe is not a machine, but a living, growing organism. And humans? We're not just in the universe, we are the universe becoming conscious of itself." That means you watching this right now, you're not just some random collection of atoms. You're the universe's way of understanding itself. Heavy? Maybe. But also kind of amazing. So what do we do with this? We live in a world that feels more fragmented than ever. Politics divides us. Social media isolates us. Climate change threatens us. But what if Smuts was right? What if the solution isn't in the parts, but in the whole? What if instead of breaking everything down, we started building things up? Instead of us versus them, we thought us with them? Instead of my country first, we thought our planet together? A war general from 100 years ago might have just given us the philosophy we need to survive the next 100. The question is, are we ready to think bigger? What do you think? Is holism the key to our future, or just philosophical wishful thinking? Drop a comment below, but here's the thing. Every comment you leave, every share, every discussion you're creating, something bigger than yourself. You're proving Smuts right. Subscribe, hit the bell. And remember, you're not just watching YouTube. You're part of something bigger.